In a move that reverberated across global military and intelligence circles, China has officially announced that its much-anticipated fifth-generation stealth fighter, the J-35, has entered operational service. The jet, developed by the Shenyang Aircraft Corporation and intended primarily for use aboard China's new generation of aircraft carriers, marks a significant evolution in the People's Liberation Army Navy's plan, capabilities and a major milestone in the country's long-term goal of military modernization. The induction of the J-35, also previously known by its export name FC-31, represents more than just the addition of a new fighter aircraft. It signals China's maturing ability to design, develop, and deploy technologically advanced stealth assets independently, positioning the country as a direct competitor to the United States in fifth-generation aerial warfare. The J-35's entry into service comes at a time when the strategic dynamics of the Indo-Pacific are undergoing profound shifts. China's assertive foreign policy, expansive maritime claims, and increasing willingness to challenge U.S. influence in the region have already prompted military recalibrations among regional powers. With the J-35 now operational, Beijing adds a powerful new tool to its military arsenal. It is designed to complement China's Type 003 aircraft carrier Fujian, the most advanced carrier in its fleet, which is expected to enter service soon. The stealth jet's integration with carrier-based operations means that for the first time in its history, China possesses a credible pathway to projecting stealth air power well beyond its coastal defenses, a domain long dominated by U.S. carrier strike groups. Technologically, the J-35 reflects significant advancements over earlier Chinese aircraft. It features twin engines, canted vertical stabilizers, and a sleek, low-observable design aimed at reducing its radar cross-section. Reports indicate it is equipped with a domestically produced AESA radar, infrared search and track systems, and a sophisticated electronic warfare suite, allowing it to engage in both air superiority and strike missions. Its internal weapons bays preserve stealth integrity while allowing it to carry a variety of munitions, including air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, and potentially long-range anti-ship missiles. The jet's avionics are believed to be supported by artificial intelligence-assisted data fusion capabilities, enabling the pilot to make rapid decisions in complex combat scenarios, an area where China has rapidly caught up to Western military standards. The geopolitical implications of this development are substantial. The J-35 effectively represents China's answer to the American F-35B and F-35C variants, which have been operational for years and are integrated across U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, and Allied fleets. While the F-35 has the advantage of a mature logistics chain, battle-tested performance, and broad international partnerships, the J-35's emergence threatens to undercut this edge in regions where China is increasingly asserting dominance. In addition to the strategic waters of the South and East China Seas, where freedom of navigation operations by U.S. and Allied vessels routinely draw Beijing's ire, the J-35 could soon be operating in expanded patrol zones around Taiwan and in the Western Pacific, where China seeks to enforce its anti-access/area denial (A2/AD) strategy. From a broader military-industrial perspective, the J-35 is a testament to how far China's aerospace capabilities have come. Just 2 decades ago, the country was reliant on reverse engineering Russian aircraft or importing entire platforms. Today it fields multiple indigenous stealth designs, including the land-based Chengdu J-20, which already flies with the Chinese Air Force. The J-35, optimized for carrier-based operations, fills a major doctrinal gap and provides plan with the stealth strike capability it previously lacked. Moreover, it offers Beijing an export opportunity that could tempt nations outside of the Western defense umbrella. Countries unable to acquire American F-35s, either due to political constraints or cost, might view the J-35 as a viable, lower-cost alternative, especially if it is marketed aggressively by China as part of its Belt and Road-linked arms diplomacy. However, significant questions remain about the J-35's true combat readiness and technical maturity. Engine performance has historically been a weak point in Chinese aircraft, though recent reports suggest that the J-35 now flies with a new domestically produced turbofan engine designed to match Western standards. Reliability, maintenance cycles, stealth coating durability, and sensor integration are also areas where Western analysts caution that China may still lag behind. That said, the speed at which China has closed the technological gap, from flying a prototype in the early 2010s to inducting an operational stealth jet within roughly a decade, is nothing short of remarkable and highlights the enormous resources and political will backing its defense sector. Internationally, the introduction of the J-35 is certain to trigger reactions. The United States is likely to accelerate development and deployment of sixth-generation fighters under the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program. Japan and South Korea, already investing heavily in their own fifth-generation platforms such as the Mitsubishi FX and the KF-21 Borame, may push for faster timelines and increased budgets. Australia, the Philippines, and India could also view the J-35's induction as a wake-up call, reinforcing the importance of joint air and naval exercises, expanded defense agreements, and investments in advanced surveillance and missile defense networks. At the strategic level, the J-35 could reshape the way conflicts are deterred or fought in the Asia-Pacific. Stealth aircraft, particularly those launched from carriers, bring a mix of ambiguity, precision, and first-strike capability that can tilt the balance in crisis scenarios. If deployed in significant numbers and supported by capable logistics and command infrastructure, the J-35 could allow China to conduct offensive or defensive air operations from mobile sea platforms, reducing the vulnerability of its inland air bases and extending its reach across vast maritime zones. In essence, the J-35 is not merely a new fighter. It is a symbol of China's rising military stature and a signal to the world that the country is no longer just catching up in terms of air power, but actively innovating and preparing for a new era of military competition. For nations invested in maintaining the current balance of power, particularly in the Pacific, the J-35 represents a formidable new variable that must be accounted for in both war planning and diplomacy. As the jet begins to appear in active squadrons and eventually on the decks of China's aircraft carriers, military watchers across the world will be paying close attention, not just to its flight performance, but to how it is deployed, supported, and integrated into Beijing's broader strategic calculus. The era of uncontested U.S. dominance in stealth carrier aviation is coming to an end, and the skies above the world's most volatile region are poised to become more contested, more complex, and more dangerous than ever before.